Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So now I am going to tell you about practical sum 31 related to semester 4 of Kakatiya University statistics students. Okay, degree. So the problem is test the randomness of the samples 8, 4, 6, this is 8, 8, 4, 6, 3, 9, 12, 15, 6, 9, 13, 7 by using single sample run test. Okay, so now we have to test whether the given pattern is in randomness or not. Okay, so further the title is single sample run test. Okay, it's aim. What they asked, we have to write in aim. So they asked us to test the randomness. So that only we are going to write in aim. To test the randomness of the samples using single sample run test. Okay, here they asked about single sample run test. Actually, we are having two types of run test. One is single and the other is two sample run test. Okay, so here they asked about single sample run test. Okay, so next procedure. So in procedure, first we have to learn what is run. Okay, so run in the sense, a run is defined as the sequence of letters of one kind surrounded by sequence of letters of other kind. Okay, if you observe here, they did not give in sequence. Here they have given in numerical values. So what we have to do is we have to change these numerical values into sequence. Sequence is nothing but letters. Okay, so we have to change it. When it comes to calculation, I'll tell you how to change. Okay, next, test for randomness. So let the sample of size n contains n1 symbols of one type, say A, and n2 symbols of other type, say B. Thus, n equals to n1 plus n2. So n is nothing but the given sample size. That means the sample number of observations. So n equals to number of observations. In that sample size, it contains two kinds of symbols. One is A and the other is B. Okay. And the next, null hypothesis. It is denoted by H naught. Okay. So in null hypothesis, we are taking statement as the sample occurs in the random manner in the sequence. So what we are taking in the statement is the given pattern is in random. Okay. So that statement we are taking in null hypothesis. So next, alternative hypothesis, in the sense alternative hypothesis nothing but it is a controversy for null hypothesis. So that's why here we have written it occurs. So here we have to write what? Does not occur. Okay. Yeah. And the next is level of significance. This part I'll explain you when it comes to test statistic. By mistake I have written here. So when it comes to test statistic, I'll explain you. So you have to write in test statistic. This part you have to write in test statistic. Okay. So next is level of significance. To decide about null hypothesis, number of runs obtained from tables provided the lower and upper critical values of number of runs in the sample lies between these critical values. So what we have to do is we have to find out the lower and upper critical values. Okay, so that one we have to collect it from table. So after that, what we have to see is whether the number of runs lies between those lower and upper critical values or not, we have to see. Okay, and the next is test statistics. So as I told you that this part you have to write here. Suppose the number of runs of type A are R1. Okay, so the number of runs related to symbol A, we have to consider it as R1, and symbol B, we have to consider it as R2. So then R equals to R1 plus R2 it comes. Okay, so that means R value how we'll get? If we add R1 plus R2, that means runs belongs to A and runs belongs to B. If we add those both, we'll get R value. Okay, so calculation. So what we have to do is, first we have to arrange the given numbers in ascending order. Okay, so like this you will get. If you arrange in ascending order, you will get like this. So here we have to see what is the size of sample. So n equals to sample size, no? So n equals to 11. It is odd number. 11 is odd number. So therefore the median is 8. Okay. So median for odd number is the mid value. Okay. So now in order to arrange in sequence, as I told you that they have given in numerical values, we have to change it in sequence. Okay. So for that what we have to do is, we have to consider these two conditions. Here if x greater than or equals to 8, denote with letter A. If x less than 8, denote with B. Okay. Now we'll see. Here first one is 8. That means 8 is equals to 8. So that's why here we have denoted with A. Again next 4. Here the next is 4. 4 is less than 8. That means second condition. So that's why here we have denoted with B. Next is 6. Here. Next is 6. So 6 is less than 8. That means second condition is satisfied. So again we have denoted with B. So like that we have to arrange the sequence. After that we have to find out the runs. So runs in the sense, you all know, same kind of letters belongs to one run. So here A belongs to first run. Here same kind B letters are of same 3 types of letters. So that means this is all together is one run. Again this 3 is together one more run. Here single B is one more run. Here 2 letters of same kind is of another run, and here B is another run. Okay, so total if you see, here we are having 6 runs. Okay, so number of runs is denoted with R. So R equals to 6. Now what we have to see is number of runs of A. This is denoted with R1. So A related runs, this is 1 run, this is 2 run, this is 3 run. So total 3 runs are there related to A. Okay. So next now related to B, 3 runs will be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So related to B also we are having 3 runs. Okay. So now we have to see number of letters of A. N1 equals to number of letters we have to see, not the runs. Letters of A kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. Okay. Now we have to see B letters. This is denoted with N2. B letters are of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So N2, 5. Now conclusion. Here they did not ask particular level of significance. So at that time we have to consider it as 5%. Okay. So if alpha equals to 0.05, N1 equals to 6, N2 equals to 5, then lower critical value equals to 3. So I explained you how to see the table value in my previous video. Okay na? So if you watch that video, you will understand how to see these critical values. Okay, once you go and see. Okay, if alpha equals to 0.05, N1 equals to 6, N2 equals to 5, then upper critical value is 10. Okay, now R value is 6. This R value lies between R1 and R2. Why? Because 3 to 10 is there, no? So 6 lies between 3 and 10, no? So that's why we accept null hypothesis. Okay, so we are accepting null hypothesis, no? So what is the statement of null hypothesis? The sample occur in the random manner in the sequence. So that only we have written. The samples occur in the random manner in the sequence. Okay, na? So that means the given sequence is in random order. Okay, random sequence. So this is about practical sum 31. Okay, hope you all understand. If anyone are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe my channel. Share with your friends, it may helpful for them. Okay, and don't forget to like my video. If you like my video, it will reach to many students and it may helpful for them. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Take care.